Maybe you could just tell us a little bit about this idea of like chasing pleasure and missing out on meaning. What do you mean by that?
Sure. Yeah, I think a lot of us view happiness as pure pleasure, simple joys all the time. And that misses some of the depth of what true fulfillment, true happiness often is. And I think the people that really have the most fulfilled lives, if you look at the research, there's a different kind of happiness there. It's not, purely pleasurable, right? Instead, it's about depth. It's about having a sense of purpose. It's about believing that even difficult times are part of the bigger picture. It's about growth. It's about having values that you're true to and that help guide you when times are tough, and having a sense of purpose that can make you feel that even the challenges are worth it. And that's really that depth of happiness. I think so many of us have seen people flame out and burn out, the classic celebrity story. They get everything they've ever dreamed of and they get so rich and they're at the top of their game. And yet things start to feel empty because there's no real sense of purpose anymore or a real sense of meaning. And so I think a lot of times this pursuit of happiness that we go on as Americans or that we teach our kids to go on is really looking for external senses of validation or achievement and that type of happiness, quote unquote. But that doesn't leave room for the fact that life does get really difficult. This past year, who would have thought, right? And it's a perfect example. People have been miserable this past year in a lot of ways, and we've had really hard times. But I don't think that has to mean that it's purely been unhappy, because I think people who can derive a sense of meaning from this challenging time actually can see that, that's part of a deeper fulfillment is learning something and growing from difficult times. So I think, pleasures are great, and I'm not saying let's not seek joy, because seeking joy, it makes life very sweet. But I think we need something a little bit more than that. And if we chase pleasure at the expense of the deeper stuff, that's when we really see some emptiness.
Catch new episodes of the Mindful Mama podcast and other free resources, including the Mindful Mom Guide at mindfulmamamentor.com. You can listen to every back catalog episode, including interviews with Dr. Dan Siegel, Janla Van Zant, Sharon Salzberg, and get meditations, join our private Facebook group, and more. Go to mindfulmamamentor.com now. I'll see you there.